Okay, so I have to start by saying I never thought I'd be the type to post about my crush online, but after reading a bunch of similar stories on here, I figured, why not? Maybe some of you can relate, and it'll make me feel less embarrassed. So, here's the deal. I'm 16-year-old girl had this crush on a guy, 17-year-old boy in school for like months, and I'm pretty sure he didn't even know I existed. And trust me, he was way out of my league. I mean, he was the kind of guy who made all the girls swoon and had this effortlessly cool vibe about him. His name was Ryan, and everyone in our grade pretty much knew him as the funny, popular, effortlessly attractive guy who could get away with anything. Seriously, the dude could talk his way out of literally anything. And there I was, this quiet girl who spent most of her time buried in books or hanging out with my close friends. I was cute, I guess, but I was always super shy and never had the guts to talk to anyone outside my circle. So, it all started in the middle of the semester when we got assigned to work on a group project together. This was not ideal. I mean, Ryan wasn't even in my friend group, and I was so nervous that I would probably just disappear into the background. The project was for history class, and we had to present something about ancient civilizations or whatever. Ryan and I ended up being in the same group with two other people, which was both a blessing and a curse. On one hand, I didn't have to do all the work myself. On the other hand, the first day of our group meeting was awkward. I was trying to act normal, but my heart was pounding the whole time. I could barely make eye contact with him. Ryan, being the charismatic guy he was cracking jokes every few minutes, trying to make the whole group laugh. And everyone did, except me. I was too busy internally screaming. At one point, he looked directly at me and said, "Hey, you good over there? You're kinda quiet. You're not plotting how to steal the last cookie from the cafeteria, are you?" He laughed at his own joke. Classic Ryan. But I just awkwardly smiled and mumbled something like, no, just thinking. He probably thought I was boring or weird, but I kept hoping maybe one day I'd actually be able to have a real conversation with him without feeling like I was going to spontaneously combust. Fast forward a couple of weeks, and I'm sitting in the cafeteria with my friends. Ryan and his buddies are sitting a few tables away. I'm doing my best to not stare, but totally failing, when one of my friends nudges me and says, "Hey, Ryan's looking over here." Cue panic mode. I casually look up, and yep, his eyes are on me. I feel like I'm about to pass out, but then, to my absolute horror, I realize he's waving at me, like actually waving. I freeze for a second, thinking maybe he's waving at someone else. But no, it's definitely me. So, like an idiot, I wave back, and he waves again. This time, I wave a little more enthusiastically because I'm pretty sure I just looked like a complete dork the first time. But here's the thing. I was convinced he was just being nice. You know, the kind of guy who's polite and doesn't want anyone to feel left out. So I didn't think much of it. I mean, why would he like me? I was just the quiet girl who hung out with the nerdy kids. There was no way Ryan, with his charm and his entire fan club of girls, would be interested in me. A couple of days later, I'm at my locker when Ryan actually walks up to me. I almost drop my books because I can't even believe this is happening. He's standing there, smiling, like it's the most normal thing in the world. "Hey," he says, his voice so chill that I almost can't understand how someone can sound so relaxed. I was thinking, we should probably meet up to work on the project again. We've got like a week left, and we don't want to fail, right? Now, here's where I totally messed up. My brain just stopped working. All I could say was, yeah, sure. Sounds good." And that was it. He smiled, nodded, and walked away, leaving me standing there with my heart racing and my hands trembling. Did I just mess that up? Over the next few days, we did work on the project more, and every time we met, he was nice and easy to talk to. I caught myself thinking, maybe this is going somewhere. But at the same time, I was terrified that I was reading into things. He'd ask about my weekend plans, or tell me about his favorite movies. And every now and then, I'd catch him looking at me a little longer than usual, but maybe that was just me wishing for a sign. Finally, the day of our project presentation came. I was nervous, but it went well. We nailed it, actually. Ryan even gave me a fist bump afterward and said, "You did awesome. Seriously, you're smart." That was the moment I felt like I could die from happiness. And yes, I definitely thought I was going to die from happiness, but I tried to keep it together. Okay, so I have to give you all an update, because I can't believe what actually happened. After weeks of freaking out over every little thing Ryan did or didn't do, it turned out that my embarrassing crush wasn't so one-sided after all. So, after our project went great, thank God, I thought that was it. I honestly didn't expect anything to come from it. We had done our job, nailed the presentation, and I was pretty sure Ryan was just being nice to me because we were group partners. But then, a few days later, something happened that changed everything. I was sitting in the cafeteria with my friends, doing what I do best, pretending not to notice Ryan at the other table while my heart was doing backflips. Then, all of a sudden, I feel a tap on my shoulder. I turn around, and there he is, standing there looking way too cool for his own good. "Hey," Ryan says, casually. "Got a second?" I swear, my brain stopped working for like 10 full seconds. I just blinked at him, trying to act normal, but failing miserably. Yeah, what's up?" He leans in a little closer, lowering his voice so only I can hear. "I was thinking, maybe we could hang out this weekend, like just the two of us, outside of class." He raises an eyebrow, waiting for my response. I'm literally about to pass out from excitement. So, of course, my voice betrays me and comes out as a squeaky mess. "Like a date?" Ryan's lips curl into a grin, and it feels like my heart might burst out of my chest. "Yeah, a date." I spent the next 2 days overthinking everything. What should I wear? What if I say something stupid? What if he doesn't actually like me and is just being nice? But when Saturday finally rolled around, I forced myself to take a deep breath, do my hair in a way that didn't look like I had just rolled out of bed, and put on my favorite, but not too fancy, outfit. When Ryan picked me up, he looked amazing. Of course he did. He wore a simple black hoodie and jeans, but somehow he looked like he could be in an indie movie or something. I tried not to stare, but I stared. We went to this cute little cafe downtown, and for the first time, I felt completely comfortable around him. We talked about everything: movies, music, weird school rumors, even random stuff like what we'd do if we had $1 million. It was easy. It was fun. I wasn't nervous anymore, and neither was he. The more we talked, the more I realized I was having the best time ever. At one point, Ryan was telling me about his favorite band, and without thinking, I reached across the table to grab his hand. Okay, yes, definitely did not plan this. I thought he'd pull away or make it awkward, but instead, he just squeezed my hand gently and smiled. "Glad you're having fun," he said, his voice soft but serious. "Yeah, I'm having a great time," I replied, a little breathless. "I'm glad you asked me out." Ryan's grin widened. "I've wanted to ask you for a while, but I didn't know if you were interested. I was kind of scared you'd think I was just messing around." I felt my cheeks flush. I was definitely interested, I said, laughing a little nervously. Just, kind of scared to say anything. Ryan leaned back in his chair, still holding my hand. "Well, good thing we both decided to stop being scared, huh?" We laughed. But there was a moment of silence where we just looked at each other, and everything felt like it finally clicked. I felt like I was exactly where I was supposed to be. Fast forward a few months, and things between Ryan and I have been amazing. We've officially been dating for about 3 months now, and honestly, it still feels a little surreal. Who would have thought that shy bookworm me would end up with Ryan? The guy I was sure would never even notice I existed. We still have our awkward moments. I still can't believe I once waved at him like a complete dork in the cafeteria. But we've learned how to communicate and really understand each other. Ryan is more than just the funny, popular guy everyone sees. He's caring, thoughtful, and so down to earth when it's just the two of us. He's even started to open up about things I never expected. His fears, his dreams, stuff that made me realize he's just a regular guy under all that confidence. And as for me, I'm a lot more confident now. Ryan helped me realize that I don't need to hide who I am just because I'm shy. I'm not perfect, but I don't need to be. I just need to be myself, and that's enough for both of us. So, I went from being a nervous, overthinking mess to having a real relationship with the guy I had a massive crush on. And I'm honestly so happy that I took the risk. I took a chance, and it totally paid off.